So you want to build a rev share. You're either with a rev share organization or you're not. You're with another company, but bottom line is you want to build a rev share and you're not sure how. Some of you you've already moved to a rev share organization, but no one really showed you how to do it. It intrigues you. It was maybe one of the motivators to help you and your family, but you don't know how. I'm gonna break down in just a simple process that I use. I've done it 4 times with varying levels of success, but in all cases with success. The best part about it is in all cases low barrier. In other words, wasn't difficult. I would actually go so far as to even call it enjoyable. So what does that look like? My suggestion is you call an area outside of your normal, like I don't care what city you're in, what state you're in, but somewhere, say maybe an hour to maybe 3 hours away from you. You pick a date. I usually do Mondays. That's because I just keep my calendar open on Mondays to be able to do this. So you pick a date that you're going to go there. So let's just say it's the 12th. And you start calling the agents in that area 2 weeks before you're going to go. It's real simple dialogue. Hi, Jimmy Doolin. I'm going to be in your area on the 12th. I'm going to go to the Morning Cup coffee shop, and I wondered if you'd meet me for a cup of coffee and a conversation. You're going to get 3 responses. Yes, book the appointment. Don't need anything else. No, tell them thank you. And then the last one is going to be, is this a recruiting meeting? And my response is, well, I am in a rev share organization and I don't have anyone in my organization in your particular area. So I am looking to meet with somebody and partner with them to both grow my business and grow your business. Is that something you'd be interested in? If it's yes, book the appointment. If it's no, tell them thank you. And if it's a kind no, ask if it's okay if you follow up. If you follow that simple strategy, you're going to experience tremendous success. The idea of going somewhere and inviting people to sit down and have a conversation goes well. The idea of respecting a person's answer goes incredibly well. It's, for me, this last time I did it, it was a Monday the 13th, and I called 2 weeks in advance. I booked an 8, a 9, a 10, 11, a 12, a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Yes, 9 appointments in one day at one coffee shop. Crazy. Don't recommend it. Don't do it. I won't do it again. I booked those 1 hour on the hour, and that's not enough time. It didn't allow for conversation. It didn't allow for dialogue. It didn't allow. This is the first time I met all of these people, and it didn't really allow for just talking and getting to know somebody. It really kind of forced us into the business at hand, if you will, and it didn't allow for any small talk. And I didn't enjoy that, so I don't recommend it. In the future, I'll do 8, 10, 12, 2, 4. So I'll do 5 a day. Now the downside, and I just point this out to you, the reason why I booked those on the hour every hour, because what percentage of people are going to show up and what percentage of people aren't going to show up, and that becomes the concern. So by doing 9, I had been consistent around 50% show up rate on my first 3 meetings. So this one I booked 9 appointments thinking, well, if I get 50%, and this was a 2-hour drive from my home, so if I get 50%, I'll have roughly 4 or 5 appointments, and that makes the day worthwhile. Makes the drive worthwhile, makes it, the expense, the time, everything. It makes it a win. Well, guess what? The night before I left, Sunday evening, I got a text from somebody that said, hey, something came up real estate wise, and so I've got to change. I can't do that date. I just respond to people and tell them, hey, really appreciate your texting me and letting me know, and that I appreciate you being considerate of my schedule as well. After that, so now I'm down from 9 to 8. I just had one person that didn't show. It's the first person. It was the person that I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, drive to a particular area that I'd be there on time. But the 8 a.m. didn't show, but every other appointment showed. So I had 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 3, and 4, because the 2 was the one that canceled, 1, 3, and 4. I literally had moments where I was sitting with somebody and somebody else walked in and saw it and knew that they were meeting me. I don't know if they'd looked me up or they just made an assumption based on the conversation that they saw. I had people waiting to get in there. So I'm not going to recommend that at all. I'm going to tell you to book each appointment with about a 2-hour gap. If you book on a half-hour, stay with a half-hour all day. If you book on an hour, stay with the hour. Try this method. It's going to be really, really comfortable. And then when you meet with people, it's just about getting to know them. You don't have to have all the answers. Matter of fact, you shouldn't have all the answers. You shouldn't portray yourself as knowing everything. But portraying yourself as willing to go find the information, get the information, help them discover, help them explore. That's the person you want to be. You don't want to be the person that knows it all. You want to be the person who's willing to dig in with them and help them explore this opportunity further. Now let's talk about the opportunity. It's not uncommon for agents to feel inferior, embarrassed. The companies that are not revenue sharing have created a culture or an atmosphere that supposedly the ones that are associated with RevShare are less than those that are not. Do you know why that is? Because those brokers with the non-RevShare organizations are collecting the fees. They're making RevShare basically. They're making profit on the efforts of the other agents that sell for them, and they don't want to share it. It's as simple as that. Don't take away my business model. So their defense is to poo-poo and to dismiss and to degrade the models that I'm with, the EXP model in this particular example. So I'm just going to tell you, don't be scared because somebody else said something. Don't be concerned or reserved because somebody else made it out. Oh, what are you, just recruiting? I'm sorry, your brokerage called me last week. Weren't they recruiting? What's the harm? Sometimes you just have to recognize you have an opportunity that somebody else doesn't have. You took a risk. You took a chance. You took advantage of an opportunity that somebody else is scared to, can't do it, won't do it, whatever the reasoning is. And as a result, instead of acknowledging and appreciating that you've taken on an opportunity that they were unwilling to, they make your opportunity seem like you're the bad guy and you've done the silly thing. Just the opposite, folks. You're the person that took a risk, took a chance, moved in a direction to better their families' lives, to better their own lives, to help others. Because listen, there's one thing about RevShare. You're going to help a lot of people if you're going to grow an organization. Bottom line, you can't do it alone. You won't do it alone. You will help a lot of people. And what's wrong with that? I would challenge anybody, because I have lots of broker owner friends from my past career. I would challenge anybody to explain to me why it's bad that a model was created to both share revenue and share the opportunity with others and help others succeed, help others change their lives. I've seen agents make a lot of money in commissions, and that's great. But when you see an agent create a reoccurring passive income, guess what happens? It changes their world, because when the day they quit selling and they get off of that treadmill, it doesn't stop. It keeps coming. Money keeps flowing. Maybe it's a lot, maybe it's a little, maybe it's just enough, maybe it's not enough, but it helps so they only have to have a 20-hour-a-week job instead of a 40-hour. Whatever it may be, any passive revenue that comes in, any financial planner, I don't care if you read Kiyosaki, I don't care who you read, they're all going to tell you that having a passive flow of income is a good thing. I've given you a simple method. I've given you the reason why others say you're crazy for looking at this opportunity, or you're crazier for taking advantage of this opportunity. Now it's just up to you. There's an opportunity in front of you. I'm happy to explore the opportunity. And know that if you explore the opportunity with me, yes works and no works. I will respect whatever answer you give me, but I will explore it with you as long as you want to. I'm Jimmy Doolin with Clubhouse RE, brokered by eXp Realty, and I welcome an opportunity to talk to you.